morning. All right, this is 98.5 NCX, Cleveland's all classic rock, and joining me in the studio is John Mellencamp. Hey, John, how you doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay.
Great.
Mellencamp here, and he's got his entourage with him this afternoon.
I guess a lot of people to travel around me.
Yeah, I guess it does. It didn't used to be that way in the old days, though, did it?
Just me and Russell in the old days.
Yeah, and that's when we met. We met way back in 1980, as a matter of fact, in Minneapolis.
Gosh, is that the first time we met?
Yeah, that is.
Why did I think it was Detroit?
No, well, we did.
Because you were in Detroit so long.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did meet in Detroit, but we first met in Minneapolis. We had dinner together, and I met you and your wife at the time. And
what's so funny about that?
Yeah, I guess things have changed a little bit in your life since then, but I'm sure for everybody over 10 years, right?
Yeah. Well, it was... Well,
we did the TV show in Detroit as well.
Yeah, I remember that,
yeah.
And I remember going up to see it at Wheels.
Uh-huh.
But I'm having trouble with Minneapolis.
I was at KQRS in Minneapolis, and you were just in there on a promotion tour, and...
Did I play somewhere that night?
Mm-mm. I don't think you did at that time.
You know what?
Just a record promotion tour. And we had dinner, and it was nice. And
we cussed and spit and our teeth, right?
Well, I just thought you were a regular guy, and I walked away going, and through the years, jocks get to meet a lot of different people in the rock business, and a lot of them, aren't as friendly or as down to earth, and that's what I always came away thinking about John Mellencamp, and that's how I still feel today. And
well, nothing's changed with me.
No, and
still the same with me.
Yeah, that pretty much stayed the same. So congratulations on the new album.
Well, I appreciate it.
And you got to be happy with this one now, right?
Yeah, well, it took 15 years to make this record because, all the different things we've learned and things that, the mistakes we made on other records. Mm-hmm. So, as far as production goes, it was real easy, this record.
Yeah, you've been producing now for a while.
Yeah, I pretty much started producing our records in '82, on and off.
And you decidedly made a change to go to what, a little bit more edge on this record, you say?
Yeah, we turned the guitars up and put the dobros and violins in their cases and turned the drums down a little bit. And everybody's got that big drum sound that was so popular in the 80s. So we tried to kind of flip-flop it a little bit and cut it back to bare bones, minimum.
Now, did you do that because you just felt it was time to just go back to that, or was it because, radio and all these things?
No, matter of fact, I was pretty unaware of what radio was playing. I mean, when I delivered the record, that's when I found out radio doesn't really play rock records anymore, John. Oh, wow, now you tell me. But I wouldn't have changed it anyway, you know me.
Well, you're changing it right back, because I guess you, debuted at number 4 the first week out, or number 1 or something like that. So
yeah, it was pretty neat.
Pretty close to the top for a debut record.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. I mean, to be able to get, a rock song on the radio today. But it's always been, I'm a lucky guy. When I delivered Lonesome Jubilee, the record company. What's the matter, Doug?
I'm looking around for my... Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm just... Because I want to play a song. You're going to have time to stay around for a couple of songs.
Sure.
Okay.
But anyway, I've been lucky that way. When we put Paper and Fire out, it was like, what on earth is all that, Because radio didn't play, accordions and violins either.
That's true.
But now Paul Abdul's new song's got a violin solo in it.
And what? Seeger's using some of your old band, is that right?
Yeah.
Have you heard some of that? Because
I haven't heard this record, no.
Sounds like a John Mellencamp record without John on it.
That might be pretty good, Dan.
Well, let's check this. This is a track that I really like off here. It's called Now More Than Ever. Can you tell me a little bit about that one?
Well, it's just...
Now, people are saying on this record, John, that you're singing more about getting laid than
there's a
issues. So is this one?
No, this is kind of an issue thing. But the getting laid business is, I was on the beach down in South Carolina, and I was reading a review of the Big Daddy record, and they go, it's a pretty sad day when John Mellencamp puts a record out, there's nothing about sex on it. And I thought, yeah, you're right. Getting a little too serious at my old age, aren't I?
Yeah.
So that's what this new record's about.
Well, let's check this one out then, okay? 98.5 NCX from the new album Whenever We Wanted, John Mellencamp, 98.5. All right, 98.5 NCX, Cleveland's all classic rock, John Mellencamp from the new album Whenever We Wanted, and Now More Than Ever. All right, that's I like that one. That's got a nice touch to it, nice feel.
Yeah, it's kind of got that rocking guitar at the beginning.
Yeah, you got a lot of rocking guitar on this one. That's great. That's what everybody was talking about. A Lonko over here is an old buddy, and he called me up, and he was kind of telling me the story about how you guys kind of sat around and listened to different things, and talked about going back to a more guitar sound. And
well, we had an idea, and we had a vision. We just stayed connected to it, and we didn't vary from it. Even though sometimes some of the arrangements of the songs, we thought, well, if we didn't have these rules we had to keep, but we kept the rules.
You know what it reminds me of that probably not a lot of people know about here in Cleveland, but I do because I was in Detroit, is the Mitch Ryder album you did, Never Kick a Sleeping Dog. It has a lot of that hard edge guitar feel to it that you produced for Mitch at the time. And
that was back. We made the record in that same little place. That record was made in a farmhouse, and the engineering room was in the kitchen of that record. It was.
And you're still living out there now, aren't you?
Oh yeah, in the middle of nowhere, sure.
You're just going to stay there, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I go to Hilton Head, South Carolina, and sometimes in the summer. But I got a house there, and I got a house in Indiana, and I'm in between the two places all the time.
Now, in between these records, and it was a little while, what was a typical day like? I mean, now I noticed you were doing some painting there and some remarkable artwork, John. I
appreciate that.
I really have to commend you. And for those of you, and we recommend that you go buy the record, of course, but if you just go buy it and you see it, you have to stop and look at the cover of the album to look at the marvelous artwork on there.
Well, my day, for the last 3 years, pretty much, I would be up at 7, and I would paint from 7 in the morning until it got dark. So, in the summer, that was a long day, 7 to 9, I'd paint 14, 15 hours a day sometimes.
Become kind of obsessed by it after a while.
Yeah, it's kind of like being in a rock and roll band.
Yeah.
When you're a young guy, it's like that's all we did, when I was 21, 22, was practice and go play and rehearse and write songs. And this pretty much is like done the same thing for me that music did, 20 years ago.
But I really have to admit that this is just fabulous work. I mean, some of it, sometimes you see, artists work like a Ron Wood or something, and it's okay and it's cool. But this is true artwork. I mean, I was looking at that, I'm thinking, wow, what gallery, was he in here? And I mean, this is your own gallery. Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure after this record comes out now.
Yeah, that picture's taken in my art studio.
Yeah, the price of these paintings definitely going to be going up. You got a little something on the side here, John. In case,
in case the day job don't work.
Yeah, in case the day job don't. I don't think that's too much problem after 25 million or so albums. So you're going to be going out on tour at all, you think?
Yeah, we're going out in January, and we're going to go out and stay out.
You're going to stay out then?
Yeah, we're going to, we'll give one more shot.
Europe and the whole...
Europe, Australia, the whole 9 yards, yeah. Yeah, we'll have a good... We got into Australia, and we'll be down there, 6-8 weeks? It's just a little teeny place, but we have a lot of fun down there, and they like us down there. Like last time we played in Sydney, we played like 11 nights.
Yeah. 15,000 seater.
Yeah.
15,000 seater, 11 nights.
Well,
everybody in town came twice.
Now, you going to do another 3-hour show? Are you still up to all that? Or?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We're going to, do the normal length show.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit longer. We got two more records to add to the show. We got the stuff from Big Daddy that I want to play, and then stuff off this new record.
Now, how are you going to do that? Are you going to do it a little more stripped down if you go out on the road? Are you going to carry some extra...
No, it'll be the same band as always. It's just that, there'll be a lot more shuttling back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need the violin player. She won't be on stage, but when we're playing the records that she's playing on, she'll be...
Oh, okay.
So it'll be the same as always, but it will start out a little bit more stripped down, the old bar band.
Like the old days.
That's right, like the old days.
Yeah.
Just the only thing is our hair's a little different.
When you used to open up for, God forbid, Pat Benatar. Remember that tour?
Well, we opened up for a lot worse people than that. The worst show we ever did was opening up for Richie Blackmore Rainbow in Oakland, California.
Yeah, a little different audience there, huh?
Oh yeah, they didn't understand acoustic guitars. You bring out acoustic guitars, what's that?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to play another song. I want to keep you for a few minutes. We have to take a break, and then I want to talk about your movie, and then I'm going to let you get out of here because it's your birthday today, and I'm sure you want to do some celebrating. Okay, and I want you to sign the Star guitar.
We're going to.
Okay, check that guitar out. I think you'll like it. All right, well, let's listen to this one. It's called Again Tonight. It's John Mellencamp, 98.5 NCX. 98.5 NCX Cleveland's all classic rock. Hey, where it doesn't have to be old to be a classic. And
that's right.
Even if you turn 40 on your birthday or the day of, it doesn't have to be old to be a classic right here at NCX. We got John Mellencamp and a great album whenever we want it.
Appreciate it, thanks.
Is that sort of a summation of
The last few years? Yeah.
Up to 40.
That's right. When just a life of excess.
All right, well, we're going to talk with John in just for a few more minutes. We're going to take this break, and we'll be right back live on NCX.
It's Sears Brand Central. The brands you want at the store you trust. Prices may vary in Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico.
98.5 NCX, Cleveland's all classic rock, and we're live in, actually, we could be live in the mall right now for as many people as we have in here, but it's John Mellencamp's birthday today, and I think what we're going to do, Jerry Shirley's here. Jerry, do you have the cake? With this, we're now.
I ain't getting the cake.
I've heard some happy birthdays today, but I think we're going to have the biggest rounded birthday here because we've got a lot of people on hand. Happy birthday to John! And we just want to.
I need to start singing because I can't do that. But happy birthday, John!
I appreciate it. Thank you very much,
buddy. And thanks for signing the guitar and everything.
Okay, we'll take this with us and.
That'll load. You better. The plane might come down a little bit. That's a heavy cake, but hey, congratulations and congratulations on your birthday today. We hope you have a fine one.
I appreciate it.
You've dropped Cougar now. Finally, the
Right.
Cougar's off your back, eh? And it's just
15 years.
And look at this. Look what we found in our library here. This Nothing Matters and What If It Did.
That, when I made that record, I thought that would be the last record I'd ever made. I did. I actually thought my career was it. I wasn't selling any records. The record company hated me. I hated them. It was kind of like, well, I better start looking for another job. And then that record came out and had 2 hit records.
Yeah. A couple of classic hits on there, as a matter of fact, so, as it turns out. But, congratulations on the new album. Now, you have a movie career now starting, is that?
Well, no. I directed a film.
Okay.
And I don't really want to be an actor. I'm not an actor, and I'm not
Never
really
know.
I'm not really that interested in directing another film. But this film comes out in February, and it's called Falling from Grace, and it's was written by Larry McMurtry, wrote Terms of Endearment and Last Picture Show and Lonesome Dove. Most people know Lonesome Dove because it was on television. And it's a movie similar to Terms of Endearment. It's not, like I've said 1,000 times, if you like Terminator 2, you probably won't like this film.
Okay.
Because the good guys and bad guys are not well identified, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hollywood likes that, they want, okay, there's the white hats and there's the black hats, so we don't want to confuse the audience. This movie, is for a specific type of person. It's not, we didn't make it to thinking it would be a blockbuster film or anything like that. It's just a little movie,
Well, a little movie that could turn out to be something you never know.
Yeah, well, that's what like I said.
I'm sure that's how you started out painting, and I got to tell you, these are fabulous.
Oh, if you saw my first paintings, you would go,